Hello, welcome to HLC Saturday Solutions, number 32. Oh, something happened. There, I think we're live now. I don't know. We've had some technology issues. This is our second computer trying to get this to work. So, I am Chris Giroux, founder of HLC Bookkeeping and Office Services.
Christina Rue.
I guess that's all we're getting today. She's playing it a little low key. The purpose of Saturday Solutions is to talk about things that our clients or we have encountered over the week that we think could be helpful from a business, personal, or spiritual perspective.
Yep. Business, personal, spiritual perspective. Let's say that quick. That's tough.
I just did. Anywho, so I woke up today and I don't know if that's like it was in the middle of, what do they call it, the REM sleep, but yes. I feel like I'm just not firing on all cylinders, so you might have to forgive me. It got so bad this morning when I was talking to Christina, I stopped talking and she goes, and I went, words.
But I filled in the blank.
But I'm still going to try to do this, so it could be fun. Could be fun.
But you are fighting an infection. She has an abscess tooth, so she's trying.
Yeah, let's blame it on that. Okay. So let's recap last week's topics. We talked about 1099s, why you must do them if you're paying a vendor more than $600. You have to go through the process of obtaining a W-9 form, which tells you how they are structured as a business. And if they're not a corporation, you must issue a 1099s. That's it. That's it.
Pretty easy.
And then we also talked about the employee retention credit, how it's still going on, and you should be at least seeing if you qualify. Easy way to do that is to go onto our website. You'll see a button for tax rebate specialists.
And our website is www.hlcbookkeeping.com.
Yes. And then
it seemed like the appropriate thing to put in there.
That's true. That's true. And then the other thing was basic bookkeeping, some general tips that we helped you with. So our topics today.
Words.
I know. Words. Words are important though. I just think sometimes if you can't think of the right words, should you be talking? Maybe that's God's way of saying zip it. All right. Again, I'm on medication, so I could be funny. So let's talk about spring-summer cleaning. Christina, I want to talk about this.
Yeah. Well, technically, we're still in the spring.
Right.
Summer has not officially begun. So if you haven't done spring cleaning where you work, where you worship, or where you live, then this is a great opportunity to think about that. There are on YouTube videos and stuff of hacks for spring cleaning and how people tackle spring cleaning and how they can be very systematic, I guess, in how they do so. So I'm just encouraging you that if you have a place in your home that's annoying you, spring clean it. It's a great opportunity to go through the whole process of, do I need it? Do I want it? Which of those is it? If you want but don't need, is it worth keeping? Clutter fills the brain with goo. It's horrible.
Someone I know wrote a book on this subject.
I did. In a child's perspective, whenever somebody's, I think it was written on a second grade level, how to kind of sort through things, what I'm keeping, what I'm giving away, and what I'm trashing. So there are things that we can do that kind of make our spaces better. So that can happen at home. That can happen at your church. Like Sunday school teachers, now's the great time with summer break to go through your stuff.
Curriculum.
When you have glue dripping down on stuff, maybe it's time to get rid of that glue. So, things that we can do. And then we have, that's where you work, where you worship, where you live. Oh, where you work. What I wanted to say about where you work for spring cleaning. Sometimes people don't have their own workspace. They're either sharing because they're part-time or something like that. But if there's a space you have that you can make more yours, we always encourage that. So keep it nice and neat, spring clean it up, that sort of thing. Um, every Saturday, I do the clean in my office. So at least I start the week well. But usually I trash it by the end of the week. But that way I'm always beginning my week nicely.
That's
So
right.
just some tips. It's a great time. And now with the sunshine being out, if your brain and body needs spring
Cleaning.
whatever
I
that
don't think there's a
I
past
was
tense.
trying to think if there's a past tense for
Yeah.
cleaning, but there's not.
Okay.
Sunshine, vitamin D. Refresh your soul, people. Take your shoes off, stand in the grass, look at the sunshine, let it come down, warm your body, refresh you. Sometimes that's all it takes to get
That's
a new
right.
perspective.
And one of the things I've learned is because I don't necessarily like spring cleaning, is I set a timer
Yes.
so that I say, okay, I'm going to get rid of clothes in my closet that I don't wear, so why am I keeping them? And I'll set it for 10, 15 minutes, whatever, because I don't enjoy it and I get resentful on a beautiful Saturday if I have to do this.
But it has to get done.
But it has to get done. So do it 15 minutes for 1 month and boom, your closet's done.
Yep.
So
just some little tips there to go over, because we were talking this week at different places about in the spring how everything kind of is fresh and new, but then we walk in our houses and we're like, ugh.
Yeah, your house should be your sanctuary.
Exactly.
Yep. So that's what we're going to talk about that. And then we also want to talk about, from a bookkeeping perspective, reconciling. Now, there's a lot of different ways to reconcile, in the sense you can do it on paper, you can do it through software, you can do it on a piece of paper. A lot of banks are really nice when they send your monthly statement. They send you a nice little paper reconciliation. And so if you're not sure how to do reconciliations, this is a great way to do it.
Yep.
Right here, because it walks you right through the steps, what checks are still outstanding. Oh, that was bad. I opened, okay. Anyways, so checks outstanding, what deposits are outstanding, and to reconcile to a number. So that is a quick, easy way to do it. Now, a lot of our clients have QuickBooks Online.
Correct.
So Christina's going to go over that.
Yeah, so for QuickBooks Online, and even for QuickBooks Desktop, there's a process for reconciling that you should be doing every month, right? At least every month. And we are QuickBooks Express certified teachers. I guess I am. And trainers, I guess is the right word for that. And so we have classes periodically here, and then I work and do classes at the YWCA in Greensburg. And basically, whenever we do the QuickBooks Online reconciliations, you get a nice little step-by-step process on how we should be reconciling. And basically in QuickBooks, it's pretty straightforward. And especially if you have your bank accounts hooked up in QuickBooks, it should literally take you a minute to reconcile every account if you've stayed on top of your bookkeeping.
That's it.
And if you haven't stayed on top of your bookkeeping, we call reconciliation the opportunity to get your together. Okay?
Fill in the blank.
Yeah. I had to edit myself there. Had to edit. So anyways, all it means is you put in make sure your beginning balance on your statement matches. Then you fill in the ending balance from your statement and the date of the statement. And then what will happen is QuickBooks brings up a nice little screen where you see all your deposits on one side and you see all the checks or EFTs, debits, whatever that have happened. And you're just clicking them off like normal. And that's if you have not connected your bank account. Otherwise, they'll already be in there and ready to be clicked off for you. So if you find during your reconciliation process you're missing a transaction, you can add the transaction to get it in there. And then that way you can reconcile to your bank statement. But then here's my question to you. Why was it missed? Where's your process failing that was missed? Is it somebody forgot to give you a receipt? And is it, or could it be something as simple as, oh, I thought that would appear on the next statement. What date did I put on that? Maybe I put the wrong date on it.
And that happens.
Yep. So those are things you want to definitely be reconciling, whether it's your home account or your work account, that you're reconciling every month to make sure you're staying on top of it.
And if you have a lot of transactions, do it weekly.
Yep. You can do it
so that way, and the month is easier.
You have access to online banking through banks, so you can get an activity detail at any given point in time.
That's right.
So that's always nice too, to make sure that if you do have a ton of transactions, if you're looking weekly, to make sure they're all there.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yep. All right.
I love reconciling.
I do. That's like my favorite part. Mm-hmm. And you know how like in gymnastics when they're done and they do the awesome thing, they dismount and throw their hands up. Sometimes when it's a really
tough
difficult reconciliation, I actually do that.
Yeah. She'll stand up in her chair, do the little back bend. I've done it. Sometimes she yells and everybody goes running into her office. Make sure she's okay because she's so excited.
It's true. It's true. Especially if like it's a client who's come to you with a problem.
Yep.
And you're trying to fix it and it was difficult and boom, you've got it. It's a big, you need to celebrate victories in life.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it has to be daily. If you have done something difficult and worked your way through it, celebrate it.
Exactly.
Acknowledge it.
Exactly.
Because that's important. So many times we're like, oh, we'll just go on to the next tax.
No, take a moment.
Pause.
You know what word I like? Savor.
Oh, that's a good word.
You know, there's food you savor.
Victory.
And yeah, in our work life, we don't always savor what we do.
That's right.
We should savor it.
That's right. You gotta love what you do, people. Mm-hmm. And if you're watching us and you're like, I don't feel that way about work, that should tell you something.
It's a time to conversate.
Yeah, and is it the work or is it you? Do you have other dreams that you're letting die on the vine and you feel you're being called to do something else? Mm-hmm. Find your mentor and discuss.
Yep.
And that's sort of another topic. I know we've talked about it before. You have to have mentors. You have to have accountability partners. You do. Because sometimes if it's, say you're single and you're living out of state from your family and they don't know the culture of the business area you're in, and you need to just talk to someone. You have to find your peers who are dealing with the same things you are so you can talk about it from the same perspective. Yeah. You know, how have they dealt with these issues?
Yep.
So don't be afraid to ask. The worst someone can say is no.
Yeah, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
No.
Most of the time people want to help you.
Yeah, and if they've already solved the problem, let them tell you.
Absolutely.
All right. So then the third thing, yes, we've been talking about the employee retention credit, which Christina told you on our website. So I'm not going to delve into that a lot, other than you need to be checking people. You really do.
Yep.
And then one of the other supplemental services we do is ACN. And a lot of times people are like, why do you have a second business? You know, I don't understand. Why are you doing that?
Aren't you taking away from HLC?
Right. Okay, people. first off, sometimes people need more than bookkeeping. And so sometimes we have to go outside of traditional bookkeeping or whatever and say, okay, how can I help people with this?
Well, and that's why we belong to networking groups like
Right.
WBN, the Norwin Chamber, the Westmoreland Chamber, because now we have people we can refer to.
That's
if
right.
it isn't something that makes sense for us to do.
Exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
However, this made sense for us.
Right. Because as bookkeepers, what do we love? Budgets.
Yes,
We
do.
love budgets.
Mhm.
We love consistency. So ACN is a way to offer that to our clients, because like if we can get you a good rate on electric and gas,
And lock it in.
Impact Health Share, lock it in for 24 months so you don't have to worry about what the news says and all that. Why wouldn't we do that?
Yeah.
Because that supplements our bookkeeping to help our clients.
And we have a lot of clients who can't offer big benefits.
Right.
So, and this had that,
ID
theft.
seal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like $300 a year so that you can offer to your employees to make sure nobody's messing with their stuff.
Correct.
Because quite honestly, it has helped us catch some things in our family as well as our clients.
Yep.
Because we're like, well, that
Who's
doesn't
that?
look right.
I didn't open up a
I'm
new
the
mortgage.
bookkeeper. I would know about that. That's right.
Oh, remember somebody tried to buy a car?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So like these are good things to have, and it's a small benefit that you can offer your employees as a thank you. Because remember, we said you have to get creative with keeping employees.
Yep. We want to give value where we can, and that was just a great way that we could again help our people help their people.
Exactly. Exactly. So, because we also believe everybody needs to be in business.
Correct.
Because you really don't know how taxes work.
That's true.
Until you have your own business.
And we never talk about that. That's also a business opportunity.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So like we can help other people offer the same services to other people.
That's
but like we do, anybody who knows us will tell you. We preached from the beginning. Everybody in the world should own their own business because it just opens up different perspectives.
Right. If your passion is makeup, then do Avon, Mary Kay, pharmacy, whatever. But be in business so you can understand how the world works.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
It is.
I love it.
It really is.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, you get opportunities to meet new people that you never meet.
Yes, it's so much fun. It is. I love networking. I can't believe I said that.
That was on tape. Everybody heard it.
There are days I love networking.
Yeah,
there are, because like you get to meet people. They invite you into their business, into their lives. It's a good way to meet good friends.
Yep. And then we have, stay tuned, because in July we're going to announce business opportunities for local people. Not for, well, no, it doesn't have to be local because Zoom's anything. But we're going to have opportunities where we can kind of, I don't want to give it away. I'll wait.
Yes.
But there's something in the hopper.
Yes. Where we can help you more than for 15 minutes on a Saturday.
And it's very
cost effective. Right. All right. So those were our 3 topics. We're under 20 minutes.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
That's right. So enjoy this gorgeous weather outside. Little muggy, but it's beautiful.
Yeah. Can I just tell the funny cat story?
Go ahead.
Okay. I know, Mom, don't listen, because I know you get mad about us talking about cats. But there's this little kitten, right? And so it was in the sun, zonked. And I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with that kitten? It's not moving, blah, blah, blah. Like the other cats were up and running. I'm like, what is wrong with that kitten? And I go over and I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? It was not appreciative of that because it was taking its time to rest and soak up the sun. So I was like, that's why we started talking about soaking up the sun, because we need to do that.
Loving it.
She did. So I'm like, I want to do that. Now I don't
soak
think
up the sun.
It probably wouldn't be appropriate for me to lay on the sidewalk in front of my house and soak up the sun. However, I think I'm going to do that again
Yeah.
today.
If you have the
Mhm.
opportunity, do it.
Yep.
In a healthy way. If you're fair skinned, SPF.
Yes. Correct.
All right.
But get your vitamin D.
That's right. Get that vitamin D.
Mhm.
And walk in the grass in your
Yes.
bare feet.
Yes.
Lovely.
Watch for bees.
Yeah,
If
well,
you're, especially if
watch
you're
for
allergic.
bees. But seriously, it feels
I
so
love
good.
it. I love it. It's a
It
different
does.
perspective.
Okay, we're almost at 20 minutes, so
Stop!
have
4
a wonderful
seconds, 3
day.
seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, go!
Oh my god.